What's going on, YouTube? So today it is Tuesday. I think I'm on track right now, uploading every week, so that's good news. Last week was week 4 of the last block that I just did, which was the second block after States 2024. And it also officially was 10 weeks, that finished 10 weeks after the meet, right? So I was 215 pounds at that point. I am now 225 pounds, and I know that I had spoken about potentially going to 230, but I'm calling it at 225. For practical reasons and also for personal reasons, but practical reasons, I can't put on my belt. My weightlifting belt is beyond the last notch. I can just barely squat and deadlift in it. And I don't have, $150 to spend on a new belt. So I'm not going to. um, and like my knee sleeves, I already had to get a new pair of knee sleeves because I couldn't fit into the old ones. Like I just can't keep doing that, especially when by the end of this year my plan is to be lighter again. So there's just no sense in me spending extra money when eventually I'm going to fit into those things again, like relatively soon. So the plan for now, this is officially the end of the bulk. This is, I'm done gaining weight. The next couple of videos, I'll be maintaining this weight for a little while. So the next couple of videos, I'll probably still have in the same section, the bulk. But technically, it's over. I have already, I've gone down to my maintenance calories, about 35-ish, 100 calories. Feels good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, how the rest of this year progresses. I haven't picked a meet yet, but I'm thinking that it'll be the end of the year, something that will allow me to qualify for the Arnold's, and but also will be far enough away that I can cut down pretty low. My coach and I haven't officially decided yet, but we're thinking that I'm probably just going to cut to 205 rather than 198. Even though there is no 205 weight class in USAPL, I just, I'm a little bit too fat at 225. And 198, not that I couldn't reach 198, I definitely could get down to 198. But in the long term, it's just not necessary to do another meet at 198. I've competed at 198 for a couple of years. It's not like I'm going to set any records at 198. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be some kind of national champion or anything like that. So might as well just get down to a body weight where I feel more comfortable, and lean, and just stay there for a little while. So last week I hit 3 PRs. I did a 535 set of 5 on squat, which was pretty awesome. As you can see here, definitely, getting close to my limits of like what I can do, but yeah, it was good. And it really set me up to like feel confident for something big this block, thinking probably around 550 for a set of 4. Then for deadlift, 555 triple on deadlift, which was, really, that to me was the most meaningful of these PRs. I've always struggled with deadlift. It's, been that way since I was a kid, really, like pretty much since I started lifting weights. My squat has always felt very natural, and at times it has been stronger than my deadlift. Whereas my deadlift, has always felt awkward, and there's someone going to the gym right now that I saying hi to, but deadlift has always felt awkward. It has often been lower than my squat. It's just, it's just a pain in the butt. So to have that win, to deadlift 555 for a triple, and to like really just feel strong, like that was a huge win. And then for bench, 390 single. So it looks like gonna be doing singles for the next few blocks and just trying to add 5 pounds every block until I can't add 5 pounds, which is awesome. I am excited to be getting into the 400-pound range. And I'm looking forward to being able to put like 400 plus pounds on the platform eventually. Excuse me. So today, the video, last week I talked about motivation versus discipline, and I actually just watched my buddy Adish. He put out a video talking about reminders, which, his definition would be something like reminding yourself of like your why, like what is your purpose in the gym and stuff like that. Which for me, like, and yeah, it was a very good video. I would highly recommend that you check it out. And so today's video, what I'm going to talk about is not necessarily reminders. It is, or I guess you could say that it is kind of like reminders. It's, my own take on that for myself, what works for me. As I said in the last video, like I don't typically need motivation to go into the gym. I just go because that is what I'm going to do. It's part of my routine. It's just part of my lifestyle. To me, going to the gym is like going to work. Like, you only don't go to work if, under like serious circumstances, right? Or, that's how I think most people see it. And that's how I see it, right? Like, I am not going to just take off from the gym just because, like, it's, I've got things to accomplish. But, sometimes when I go into the gym, like, I do need a little, like, while I'm in the gym, I don't need something to get me to the gym. I just need something to, help me not feel afraid of the weights, especially on, like, really big squats or really, just really big lifts in general. But big squats tend to be what kind of make me nervous. And on those days, the things that go through my mind, typically, I see myself getting the lift. I also sometimes see myself failing the lift. But the most important thing that I do is I have a little ritual, right? I go through my warm-ups. I have my music playing, and I've got certain songs that I listen to in particular, but it's not always the same songs. It's pretty often, there are like 5 choices, right, that I go through. But the most important thing is when I'm getting to those heavier weights, I remind myself to be grateful to be in the position that I'm in, right? And if you've been to a meet with me, you maybe have heard me saying these, or if you've been to the gym with me, you maybe have heard me say these things. But I have like a mantra where I say thank you to different people out loud. I say, like, thank you, Tracy Lee. Thank you, Cody Hughes. Those were my 2 wrestling coaches from high school, who both died my senior year. And, I say thank you to my brother and my sister. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you to my girlfriend, Anna. Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my grandpa. Thank you to my uncle. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to Adish and Andre and Evan and, everyone who pushes me to be great. Everyone who believes in me. Everyone who doesn't believe in me. Now that there are many haters out there, I dare say probably none at this right now. but I say that out loud. I say thank you, Tracy Lee. Thank you, Cody Hughes. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Adish. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Uncle. I say that out loud on repeat, and then I say thank you for giving me the strength to be here. And the reason that I say that is because obviously I'm the one here doing the work. Like it ultimately does come down to me, but along the way, people have helped me out. My brother was always there for me when I was younger. Like, he would wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym with me before school, or to go, to the early morning weight training at school, and, ride our bikes in the rain and whatnot. My sister, who comes to the gym with me now, and, just has always been like a reason to be strong and whatnot. My girlfriend, who supports me, she's my girlfriend. She's great, makes my life better. My mom, my mom paid for my membership when I first started lifting. She encouraged me to pursue this, beyond just beyond just the first couple months. She always said that I should keep going and keep trying to be better and all that. My grandpa, who was, is like a figure in my life as like, someone who accomplished pretty big things, but also was a bodybuilder and, loves to train for strength. Just a big, super guy. And then my uncle, who actually pays for my gym membership now, and, has for years. He's the one who kind of got me into the gym, who kind of, introduced me to it, introduced me to, nutrition and like how to approach it. He's the one who, when I was in high school, went out to the track with me to do extra workouts, took me to play flag football, trained with us, me and my brother, for wrestling. Like, just, he kind of has been like the biggest supporter of my athletic endeavors. Like, over the last, 9 years, he's been there pretty much constantly, trying to help me go further and further. So, those, and then my coaches, Tracy Lee and Cody Hughes, they were really instrumental in teaching me like what it means to push hard, and what it means to, be an athlete, and to be a man. I don't think I would be the person that I am today if I hadn't met them, like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna fucking cry right now. They I wanted to quit wrestling my halfway through my first season, junior year. You know what I mean? Like, I had only started wrestling to get my brother into a sport, and man, that shit was hard. It was brutal, and I was tired of it. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember Cody Hughes. I remember him standing there while I was saying, like, I don't think I can do this anymore, coach. And, he looked at me and he said, like, that's fine. Like, absolutely, you are free to do whatever you want. Like, I know you've got track season coming up and you need to go get ready for that. He said, but before you do, I want you to consider what type of an example you're setting for your little brother. He was like, are you going to show your brother that it's okay to be a quitter? And, like, that's okay. Of course, that is okay to show that to your brother. It's okay to show when you've pushed yourself too far, but you need to really think about that before you do. You have to think about what type of a man you are and what type of a man you're going to show your brother how to be. And, I couldn't do it. I couldn't quit. I could not be the type of person who just gave up because it was hard. You know what I mean? So, and then Tracy Lee, my other wrestling coach, he always, he put in extra hours. He would always spend extra time with me and my brother. You know what I mean? Like, he would always pull us aside because he would see that we always wanted to push harder and always wanted to do more than everybody else, right? So he'd pull us aside and give us extra coaching, extra tips. And I remember after wrestling season ended and I was running track, and he came out to my track meet. He came out to districts my junior year of track, and he recorded my races, and he came up to me and he said, hey, listen, man, I don't think you should come out for wrestling next year because obviously you're a better track athlete, like, not that we won't miss you, like, obviously I want you to be involved with us, but you should focus on this. And he told me, I should try running, more events. I should be, open to moving up in distance and down in distance and trying different things. And he said that he would always be there to support me. And he was always there to support me and my brother. And the day that he died, he was wrestling at a tournament, an open tournament. He was wrestling there, my brother was wrestling there, and he had just finished a match, and he was walking to my brother's mat, and on the way there he dropped. He had a heart attack, and he died. And when I think about what like what needs to be done, and I think about being afraid of the weights or whatever, I just remember, like, there's nothing to be afraid of. There is those people, they were all here for me. They were all here for a reason. And like, this is an opportunity to show them that they were right in supporting me, and to just continue furthering myself, like, as a person, the way that they all wanted me to. So not that on a daily basis I typically don't need to, like, think about those things, but when it comes to being, like, scared of the weight or whatever like that, and I'm like, yeah, I need to think about something, that's what I think about. And that's, more than enough to get me through the lifts. So, it might be different for you. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what is going to help with in your case. And there are other things that, I think about and that have gone on in my life that I'll probably talk about in another video. But right now, my little sister is making crazy faces at me. Making absolutely crazy, diabolical faces at me. Which means that she wants to go to the gym. Let me not zoom in so much. Which means that she wants to go to the gym. She wants to work out. So, I'm gonna end the video right here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.